As we look forward to the 2024 match, we've really enjoyed looking back on this past year at our 70th anniversary.
I've watched the match evolve and innovate. One example is the scramble to soap process, and that's been a really important stabilizer.
During my time, we have seen accreditation for osteopathic and allopathic residencies come together under the ACGME, and that has meant the unification of those match processes into the single match.
As we transitioned to the single GME accreditation system and the AOA stopped offering its own match in 2019, we were really embraced by the NRMP, and just the partnership that we've had with them and collaborating on making recommendations and nominations has been really great.
Another area where the match is evolving and innovating is in the collection of demographic data, which they've been doing for the last 2 years.
It allows the community for the first time to see where we may have gaps in some specialties or in some applicant categories, where we may have some biases across the transition to residency. And it allows us to help ensure that we have a diverse field of physicians training across the United States, which ultimately impacts the physician workforce and population health.
The NRMP has been a great collaborative partner to better understand the transition from medical school to residency. Over the course of 70 years, the NRMP's really effectively brought order to chaos, and I look forward in the future to opportunities for them to share their data with us, for us to share our data about practice outcomes with them, and to better understand the way this transition impacts the workforce.
The NRMP should continue to be a convener of all of the stakeholders across medical education in the transition to residency and fellowship process. Bringing together those organizations and those individuals really will allow us to look at strategies that address the complications in the match, but also pay attention to the unfair burden that often is present for the applicants.
It is critical for the match to continue to evolve and change because we can't predict what the future might hold. The experience that I had graduating 20 years ago looks very different than the experience that our students today have. If we're going to continue to focus on putting the students' needs and their wellness first, we have to find ways to support them in this evolving landscape.
I think over the next 5 to 10 years, I would love to see the NRMP continue to innovate and be open to new and interesting ways of considering the transition to residency space while always still adhering to the integrity of the match itself.
And as we look forward beyond our 70th anniversary, we're excited about working with you and staying focused on our mission and seeing how we can continue to improve the match.